Hey guys, if you like this content, I would greatly appreciate it if you guys like the video and subscribed to my channel. It helps make these videos worth it going forward.
So guys, Altcoin Tripper here with a crypto market review. As always, this is not financial advice. I am not an expert. Do your own research. Okay, so today I am just going to be talking about Bitcoin. Bitcoin obviously is leading the market as it always does, and many of the other altcoins they'll move as Bitcoin does. And what I mean by that is if Bitcoin starts to somewhat have some sort of temporary relief, then I believe altcoins will as well. Okay, so everybody's asking where's the bottom? Is this the bear market? I don't know. Personally, I'm still bullish for now. I don't think this is the bottom yet though, and there's a few reasons why. If you look at the previous kind of bottoms that Bitcoin has formed, and what I mean by bottom is that I, I'm really looking for a prolonged time spent in one area, relatively speaking. And what I mean by that is more than just like a few days or whatever. Like you could say this right here, this move in April 3rd was a bottom, and that's true. It was the bottom. It was a bottom. Price went higher, but generally speaking, the amount of time spent. I mean, this really didn't take very long overall. Um, at the bottom. Uh, and thus the move up was pretty weak. So generally speaking, the longer that a price bottoms out or consolidates, the stronger the preceding move in an uptrend, that is. So we saw that price chopped around here for about a month or so in early 2021, and price obviously was able to move strongly up after that. But if you really look down and you scroll in and you zoom in and you look at these bottoms and how they're formed, you'll see that oftentimes there's a lot of wicks down below. And normally a bottom is first formed by some sort of, big liquidation candle, massive wick down. People are getting fucking liquidated and destroyed. And then you'll see price get bought up. And you'll often see that with these wicks here. You'll see these wicks all over. This is very common price action. You'll see price get bought up and like form some sort of like a lower high, and then you'll see price start to wick down again. And really, these wicks are very key in my opinion because they show that price is getting bought back up, and people are getting destroyed at the bottom here. But most importantly, these prices are getting defended, and these long liquidations are also fuel for a move up, meaning that all this liquidity is getting collected when you see these big moves down, and people are getting obviously liquidated, getting crushed. But there are a lot of buyers in these situations. Fucking Alameda and 3 Arrow Capital probably are all taking our lunch as they always do, but. This is the type of price action, as you can see, the last several times a clean bottom is formed, where you see these long wicks. And again, I really want to emphasize the wicks because that's really how the bottoms are formed. Um, you'll see these long wicks, and again, like people are getting liquidated, and these strong moves down. But again, most importantly, these prices are getting defended. What is a little bit concerning to me right now is that we haven't really seen a whole lot of wicks on this big. Obviously, this first move down is very characteristic of the first move, so to speak. But since that time, we haven't really seen a whole lot of these big candles down. You really want to see you want to start seeing these wicks down, and then you want to see them getting bought up to have strong candle closes. That to me shows that reversals are coming when you start to see these bullish candle closes. And after the wick after the wick is developed, then at that point you can have the slow grinding price action. So an example would be back in June and July, where you see these long wicks here and prices getting bought back up, and then you see a slow grind down back to that demand area. And if you scroll down to very low time frames, you'll start to see some better price action. especially on like 1 minute, 5 minute, whatever, like you'll start to see a lot better stuff on lower time frames. But I'm not going to do that. But this is a point where you can start to see the grind down. Once you start to see more wicks down, this is more common. Similar to this price movement back in January, you start seeing these wicks down, and then you start to see like a slow bleed there, and then consolidation at the end of January, and then move up. So what am I really looking for here? There's a few ways that we can get these wicks. I mean, one proposal that I had on Twitter today was if we see something like a move up to like, I don't know, 46K or something like that, and then start to wick down, and then we grind down after that, similar to how we saw it in the like July 19th or July 18th or so. This to me would be bullish as long as these levels are getting defended. Again, I don't know where this is going to stall out at. There's a lot of different areas that I'm watching right now. So right now, this is a current demand area, in my opinion. Like this kind of consolidation, I mean, you can see it too. If I zoomed out, this is like the beginning of a high volume node area, right around 40K. And usually these are areas that price like to trade at. But this current area is like an area of liquidity, and if this area falls, then I believe that we start to see this demand area after around 38K or so. And these are the two main levels that I'm eyeing right now. If price makes some sort of like lower high on lower time frames and then nukes down like 37 and then revisits that area, that to me would be fine. And I know that I talked about this a little bit yesterday. I was so scared that we would lose this current. I really didn't want to lose this low here because to me it was like a lower high, or I'm sorry, a lower low. But then I looked back at some of the other price history that we saw back in May and June and July, and I noticed that this low that we established back in January, those lows got taken out on some exchanges. Not all exchanges, but so even though it was like technically some like lower low, and again it depends on the exchange you used, but this lows did get tapped. Then but obviously what happens next. Price consolidated and then moved up. So from a market structure context, yes, this would be a lower low if we violate this 39.5K area. However, to me, what I saw back in June and July shows that is still okay to me, and price can do that and still go higher. So what's kind of next for Bitcoin? I think that, again, I don't think that this is quite the low yet, in my opinion. I do believe that I am looking for those wicks down. Similar price action to May and June and July. Similar price action to other time periods as well when Bitcoin did find a bottom. And that's kind of really what I'm looking for at this point. My plan still remains the same, though. I know I keep talking about it over and over, but I do believe that a short-term bottom will get found. I don't know where it's going to be. 39.5K, could be 38K, 37K. I don't know. Could be here. I don't know. Maybe this is the bottom. I think that price will bottom out, and then I think price is going to hit some sort of lower high around 60K, 55, 60K or so. And at that point, I'm de-risking quite a bit. I'll be selling quite a lot of my stuff, and then I'll look to see where the low is formed. Similar to this price action back in September, where price consolidated, chopped, hit a lower high compared to the April highs, April and May highs, and then it hit a higher low compared to the consolidation. So hit a higher low compared to this, and and then it obviously went higher. So what I'll see is I'll see a lower high formed. Very, very normal behavior, lower high, and then I'll see a higher low, which will get formed hopefully around 50K or so, and then it'll go higher. But if the higher low is not set, if we start to go back down all the way down to like the 40s, then I'm just going to start dumping my stuff, I think, because to me that's not bullish price action. This to me was bullish when we established the higher low, and the absolute confirmation is when we broke this 53K area, because at that point is the higher high. But for now, I'm still bullish. I will be de-risking quite a bit at 60K, and I will be. That's kind of my overall plan. But I would be very surprised if we just like nuke all the way to 30K from here. That would be very scary to me personally. If that happens, I think I'm more of the opinion that we hit some sort of like long accumulation period for Bitcoin. So something similar to like like these are the highs, these are the lows, like, and then this is just the trading range for the next like several months or even like a year or something like that. It would be easier if I just used this as a fib. So something like this. Yep, like this. This would be this would be the trading range that you'd be working with. So, if this nukes all the way down and then like we go back up, and then we're just like chopping around for like a multi-month accumulation type of price action. But anyways, this is another idea that I have, and for now, this is still my same plan though. I do believe the bottom is relatively in. Like maybe we see like 38K or something like that. Maybe just a little bit more pain, but I don't believe we go to 30K straight from here. I still feel strongly about that. I believe that we'll hit at least like 55 or 60K before we hit that, if we hit that. But for now, I'm still bullish. So thank you for watching, and thank you for the support.